What is this test?
It's a genetic test. It looks at genetic methylation pathways. So
methylation pathways?
Methylation pathways.
What's that word mean?
So think about it like this. We pull crude oil out of the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
in this video, guys, we'll break down what methylation means and why it's important. It is important to our overall health. We'll break down a few things. We'll listen to Gary Brecka. We'll give you some tools, tips, and techniques in order to optimize your human organism. Ride with me.
But you can't put crude oil into your gas tank, right? Because the car doesn't understand that fuel source. So what happens is crude oil has to be refined into gasoline, and then the car can run. Okay, so in human beings, there's a similar process called methylation. There's not a single compound known to mankind, not one. There's no vitamin, no mineral, no amino acid, no nutrient, no protein, no nutrient of any kind that enters the human body and is used in the format that we put it in. Without a single exception, everything we put into our bodies has to be refined into the usable form. If you can't make this conversion, you have a deficiency. It's this deficiency that leads to the most common ailments that we suffer from.
So what he's talking about is, again, the body's ability to absorb the nutrients that we're taking in. And many of us are suffering from deficiencies in certain methylated genes that he will call that break down these compounds and allows for the assimilation of those compounds into our human organism so that they can do what they are meant to do. Again, he stated that there are no compounds that are known to man that are not formulated and basically refined within the body before it's able to be absorbed into the body. What happens with methylation or methylated vitamins is that those vitamins are already broke down, so that allows for the body to absorb them in their absorbable state. He used the analogy of the crude oil coming out of the ground having to be refined in order to be used by the vehicles that we drive. So that was a great analogy. We'll go out and find a little bit more on what he's talking about as far as this methylation is concerned. All right, so allow me to come full stream myself. We're going to find some more stuff on what he's talking about, because again, he's a treasure trove of information and greatness when it comes to that. We're going to look at this one right here, and we're going to share this tab and allow him to speak again. All right.
The most important process that human beings go through 300 billion times a day is a process called methylation. And that is the most common gene mutation in the world. It's called the MTHFR gene. And what this gene does is it takes folate and synthetic folic acid and it converts them into the active form. Both go through the same process of being broke down and converted into the usable version called 5-methylfolate. 5-methylfolate has the fast pass ticket to your cellular biology so that that micronutrient goes directly into the cell at a 10-fold increase and allows your cellular biology to function normally. We are not as diseased and pathological as we think. It could be nutrient deficient. We should start supplementing for deficiency. And by supplementing for deficiency, what I mean is...
So that's a powerful statement right there. Again, what he's breaking down is that he's found through his research that I think upwards of 44% or 50% of individuals are dealing with at least one of these methylated gene mutations. One of them is called the MTHFR. You can extrapolate that out into one of those words that I'm not going to use on camera. All right. But again, what he's stating is this: if the body, especially when it comes to folate or folic acid, what we've seen is that much of our food, you'll see the labeling saying that it's fortified with folic acid. Folic acid is basically a synthetic compound, but the FDA and the health industry have pushed it forward as being something that is very necessary and almost exclusively necessary for the development of the child in mothers when it comes to the birthing process. But what he's found out is that much of this is damaging to the mother's body because of her inability to actually even process folate. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the gene mutation MTHFR. So there are other gene mutations that he talked about as well, but let's focus in on the MTHFR. It's a gene that, again, it helps to break down compounds in the body so that the body can use those compounds effectively. He was stating that the folate acid, so folate and folic are not the same. Folate is the natural compound that the body needs, that the body uses, that is beneficial for the body. The folate is a synthetic compound, and most of us are unable to break that down. And if we have a version of the MTHFR gene, we're unable to break that down. So that can cause a lot of problems within the body and within the psychology of the human being. So we must understand that, and it can also be detrimental to the birthing process, as the woman who's in the process of developing the baby and bringing that baby forth onto this earth. During that process, if she's not getting the right minerals and nutrients, then that baby can and most likely will have problems. And this is across the board, not just dealing with the MTHFR gene. So that's something that you and I should understand. So when you're getting multivitamins, you want to make sure that those multivitamins are methylated, meaning they're already methylated. And you'll be able to tell because it'll say methylation. You understand what I'm saying? You should avoid getting vitamins that are not methylated vitamins, because you may have the gene that doesn't allow your body to break these compounds down into their usable forms, and therefore causing havoc within the body, even though you're taking that which is supposed to be beneficial for the body. Now we'll jump into one of my workouts. I'm going to bring my clients on board and we'll break down this little quick workout, and then I'll step out of here and make sure that you have a beautiful day moving forward. All right. Allow me to make sure that I got her on the screen. All right. We have her on the screen. I'm going to actually reduce myself even further and let her become more of the focus of what we have going on. So in this routine right here, guys, it's going to be a quick exercise snack that you can utilize for yourself and that you can benefit from. So in this sequence of moves, we're going into what is called a static squat and curl position. So basically, you're holding that squat. You want to focus in on my client that's right here in the center with the white top and the black bottoms. She has the perfect form. Her form is excellent. And this is what you want to utilize. Form matters. So we're going into that squat and curl. So basically what you'll do for your exercise snack, you'll hold that squat, you have 5 curls, then you'll stand and you'll have 5 kickbacks, and then you'll repeat that combination up to 8, meaning you'll have 5 squats with that curl, holding that position, then you'll stand and you have 5 kickbacks, then you'll squat, you have 6 squats in that curl position, 6 curls in that squat position, then you'll stand and have 6 kickbacks. You'll work this up to 8. Again, focus on my client in the white tank top and black bottoms. She has the perfect form, and that's the form you want to emulate. Again, have a beautiful day. I'm sending you peace and always love. Remember that our health is our greatest wealth. Therefore, we must focus in on becoming a more healthy individual. And remember this as well. You and I, for the most part, we are choosing the diseases that we are afflicted with. So it's time for us to stop choosing that and choose health. 95% of disease is lifestyle driven. Understand what type of lifestyle that you're living, make the necessary movements, and bring health back into that equation. Sending you peace and love. Remember to follow me on my political and social commentary channel. The link is in the description. If you have any questions, comments, or things that you would like, please email me and let me know. Sending you peace and always love, or leave in the comment section. Sending you peace and always love. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'm dropping videos every day on both channels. Have a beautiful day. Sending you peace and always